happens. It generally, when people improve their health or do better at something, it's in small increments. And if you can be a person that interacts or has an impact on somebody at a time of their life, then you can impact them, even if it's very small. Sometimes it grows into something bigger, and
my name is Bonnie Athas. I'm a registered dietitian, certified dietitian.
I don't know. I'm Anne Renee Williams.
My name is Diane Carr, and I finally retired for good about 3 years ago.
My name is Marlene Rapp. I worked until 2014.
Well, my name is Lee Palmer.
My name is Amy Covington.
My name is Mike Attorney.
My name is Shri Bantuan.
50 years.
60 years.
I'm a lifetime member.
A senior at Utah State University.
And I am in the master's program at the University of Utah. I'm a second-year student at the University of Utah in their CMP program.
I am at the University of Utah in the Coordinated Master's Program of Nutrition and Dietetics.
It fits everything in your life. But see, we did all kinds of things, addition of the health department. See, this is the WIC program.
Eat neat. Nutrition is adequate. You have the essentials in your diet. It's attractive and it's tasty.
If it is to be, it's up to me.
Eat the right stuff, move around enough, and be tobacco free. This program, we put faces on the blenders, and we would do smoothies that were healthy and things like that. And we were always getting awards. But we were small. We could do things big agencies couldn't do.
I started out wearing a white dress, white socks, white shoes.
That was back in the day where people wore whites in the hospital. So I had a white uniform with my second lieutenant bars, and we had to wear caps, like the old nurses' caps.
White dresses, white nylons, and white shoes.
See, here's where we are with our hats on at the celebration, and this is the state wet director.
What inspired me to become a dietitian? I love to cook.
This is when we were honoring our teachers, you know what I mean, and she's from the state cardiovascular program.
When I was in high school, I had a great teacher, and she motivated me, and we talked about dietitian, what dietitians do, and I decided that's what I wanted to do.
Because there was a teacher up at the university, and she was so good to teach that I just wanted to be like her.
And so when I was really interested in the medical field, but I really didn't want to be a nurse. So I started thinking in this area, and then I worked at Utah Valley Hospital now, and it's called Utah Valley Regional Medical Center now. And when I was in high school, in their kitchen, and met dietitians, and it seemed like a good combination.
My responsibility was the night shift, get supper out.
I was offered a job over at BYU being an instructor.
I lived in Thailand. I lived in Chiang Mai and taught nutrition through a translator.
All over the United States. I traveled in Europe. I was at Desert Storm, chief of the Nutrition Care Division of the 130th Station Hospital.
But I always tried to do innovative things.
I did do some food styling with Diane Thomas, and I worked on this cookbook with her. If you notice, this was when the fruit pizza was just first born.
And I ended up being the director of the dietary department of the St. George Hospital.
But it was the first time I'd ever had a thing that would have heat for food. And I thought, oh, now that's a good idea.
I took these guys to school. I took them to the senior citizens. This is Sickly Spot. And this is Shaggy Good Grub. And you can see he doesn't get around enough. You can see he's got his jogging outfit on, and his fur is nice and smooth. His skin is good. He's got the bright eyes.
I'm Mrs. Such and Such. I'm the dietitian. I introduced myself and just wondered if there's something, could you maybe wake up for a little bit so I tried to get her. And the nurse came in, she said, she's dead.
Heber's pretty rural, didn't have connections between Midway and whatever. Took it over the Provo River so that there was a place that you could walk or ride your bike. from Midway. It was interesting what public health was just brainstorming in a room could come up with.
Somewhere, and they say, call me by name and say, I took your class.
We had them set goals and that sort of thing, and we had some pretty good successes. And I didn't try to get huge amounts, some of these promises that they make, but just some gradual changes, and we'd talk about them, and then the group would share ideas and how they were doing, and that was a very rewarding, and I really felt it was good.
I did a lot with children who had diabetes. We developed a diabetes program.
How has it changed? Well, it's much more organized. It's very sophisticated.
Technical, more diversified, and its dietitians have specialized in what they did, and the dietitians become an active part of the medical team and recognized by others to be knowledgeable and a great support and help.
I'll give one piece of advice for new dietitians.
Just work hard and enjoy, and just take a chance. Do things that are innovative and enjoy it. Have fun with it.
Piece of advice for new dietitians: own it.
Be open-minded. Approach other professionals slowly.
Work with other team members and let yourself be known.
What is the best thing about being a dietitian?
Well, really being able to feel you're trying to help people, and really being able to connect with people, work interdisciplinary.
Ethics has changed over the past 100 years.
Oh, absolutely. I think nutrition is one of those fields that's constantly changing. I think because for several reasons, but one is we just have a lot more research coming in.
In the future, that it's the norm for insurance companies to cover dietetic services. How different jobs are popping up within the past 10 or so years. Our knowledge has increased due to research, better tools to assess nutrition, but I think the overall goal has stayed the same. We care about health.
As a student, Uand has given me networking opportunities, as well as it's opened my eyes to the possibilities that exist for dietitians.
I think Uand has been really great because it's a really good place to collaborate together with other professionals and other students, and that we would never have met before. I am currently the University of Utah Uand student representative, and so because of that, I've had the opportunity to be a part of their meetings and some of their activities, including the legislative breakfast. And being a part of that has really opened my eyes to see the power that we have as an occupation together.
I feel that Uand is great not only for networking, but also for increasing knowledge.
And I think one of the best things that I've found there is all of the opportunities that we have been encouraged to do with the community, and having those opportunities to collaborate with the community. And there have been many that I've been involved with that I felt were really rewarding.
The whole networking part of Uand and the resources it provides, I think, is really valuable.
Meeting dietitians with Uand has been great. There's been a really good foundation built for us by many dietitians in the past, and so I think it's our responsibility to continue to build upon that.
In my career, is they have been a guide for me and a mentor. And so I feel like I'm always in line, up to date, doing good, because of my association with UAND. So valuable to coordinate and communicate with your other UAND members.